Okay, I need to walk you through something because I've been in the court file on this all morning, and I'm betting you've only seen the headline. Pennsylvania, election morning. Little borough called Catasauqua up by Allentown. A church being used as a polling place, a line of people waiting to vote. And out in the street, half a block down, something goes off. Bang! Smoke! Everybody flinches. And the strange part is, nobody's hurt. Voting doesn't even stop. But the thing that went off wasn't a transformer, wasn't a car. It was a homemade explosive device. On primary day, right next to a line of voters.
No, yeah, okay. That's the one that was all over my feed. Bomb at a polling place on election day. And I'll be honest with you, I did not read past the headline. I just went, here we go again, number 40 of the cycle, and kept scrolling.
Right. And that reflex is basically the whole episode. Quick hello first. Welcome to What News, the channel where Mike and I take one story out of the day's headlines and actually read past it. I'm Sarah, he's Mike, and today Mike's going to do live what the whole internet did, and I'm going to show him what the file actually says.
Okay, now I'm a little defensive, because bomb at a polling place on election day, what part of that is wrong? That's 3 facts.
You're defending the headline before you've seen what's under it. That's the reflex talking.
I'm defending it because you're doing your I have a document and you don't voice. And historically, that voice means I'm about to be wrong about something.
You are going to be wrong, but not the way you're bracing for. You think I'm about to tell you it wasn't really a bomb. It was definitely a bomb.
Okay, that is a genuinely strange thing to find half reassuring and also not reassuring at all.
All three are facts. That's what makes it slippery. Nobody made anything up. It's that those three, in that order, send your head somewhere the file doesn't actually go. There's a piece in the complaint the headline just walks right past.
All right, so what's in the file?
Okay, so, 2 people charged. And right away, it's not the shape you'd guess. It's a father and his son.
Wait, father and son? Together? Okay, that's already not the lone radicalized guy story. Keep going.
And 2 days in, the DA, Holohan, gets up and says it flat out. No evidence this was related to the election. Motive, his words, basically no insight into motivation. Unknown.
See, this is my lane, and I'd lean on you there. No link on day 2 is half a finding, half just what you say so a whole state doesn't melt down on primary night. I wouldn't bank the conclusion on that.
Fair, and I had the same reflex reading it. But then I got to the geography, and that's what flipped me. It didn't go off at the church door. Half a block away. Around the corner.
Half a block in a town that size is nothing, though. That's still basically right there. How does around the corner get anybody off targeting the place?
That's what I thought too, until the next line. It was thrown. From a moving truck. Engine up, it goes off, the truck keeps going through its own smoke.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the moving truck does change it. I was picturing somebody planting it by the door. If it's a toss out of a moving truck, the polling place is just where they were, not what they were after. I didn't have that detail. I'm still not all the way to totally unrelated, for the record. Unknown isn't the same as no, but fine. Targeting voters is more than the file actually gives you.
That's fair, and honestly, the timeline's fuzzy enough I wouldn't push too hard either.
Wait, fuzzy how? What is the timeline?
Surveillance has got the truck there around 9:10. The police response gets reported closer to 11. Could be a real gap, could be 2 outlets reporting 2 clocks. I wouldn't build anything on it.
Okay, so is that the whole thing? Reckless father and son, one device, around a corner?
No, and this is where my stomach dropped a little. When they searched the truck, they didn't find one device. They found 17 more. Homemade.
17? Oh,
Mike.
Sorry, force of habit. 17, though. That's not one bad decision, that's a habit.
And then there's the charge, which, okay, this one you're going to have an opinion on because it's your world. Both of them. Possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass. Okay, hold on. In my world, that phrase is a very specific, very heavy thing. That's not what you slap on a couple guys with homemade pipe stuff. That's a.
That's what I assume too, but it's a Pennsylvania statute thing. Over there, weapon of mass destruction is written broad. It covers chemical and nuclear, yeah, but the same definition also just includes a bomb, which the statute defines as an explosive device used for an unlawful purpose. So it's attached to the homemade stuff, not chemical, not nuclear.
Huh. Okay. So I was wrong about that. It does fit. It's just. The words are way scarier than the thing, which for a headline might be worse than wrong.
So that's the case. And honestly, the case isn't even the part that's been sitting with me. It's what happened to the story after it left Catasauqua.
It went national as explosion at a polling place, I'm guessing.
Within hours, and every rewrite keeps the proximity and quietly drops the DA's no evidence it's related. The qualifier is the first thing to fall off. By the third share, it's just bomb, polling place, election.
Okay, but here's where I dig back in. I don't think running it was wrong. A device going off near voters on election day is news, full stop, motive or no motive. You don't sit on that for 2 days waiting for a why.
I'm not saying don't run it. I'm saying watch the verbs. Near a polling place turns into at a polling place turns into targeting voters. An official said the opposite, on the record.
Yeah, okay, that part I'll give you. The near quietly becoming at, that's sloppy. And you're right that it's a choice. So I'll concede the framing got away from the facts. But I'm still not with you that the coincidence shouldn't have led. People in line heard an explosion on election morning. That's news the day it happens. So, half agree.
Half agree works. And look, I don't want to wave off the danger either, because this part is real. A device went off half a block from people waiting to vote. 17 more in that truck. Timing's a few seconds different. The throw's a little wider, and we're not having this conversation. We're having a much worse one. Nobody got hurt, and that's mostly luck, not design. So, dangerous, reckless, serious charges, all of it true. It just isn't the thing the headline told you it was.
Right. Both at once. Genuinely dangerous and genuinely not election violence. At least not on anything public so far.
Which is the whole thing for me. We opened with the scary version. Explosion, polling place, election day. The version in the file is slower and stranger. A father and a son, a truck full of homemade devices, a blast around a corner, and a DA at a podium saying he honestly doesn't know why. One of those is how people are going to remember Catasauqua, and it isn't going to be the second one. That's the part worth sitting with, not the bomb. How fast we all filed it before a single fact was in.
Yeah. We'll be watching where this lands in court.
That's what news. If this was useful, send it to whoever sent you the scary version. Next one soon.